Hey all lizards, welcome back to Faerun in the waiting days of this game. Let's go here and do spider silk for your Omlar gems. Because that makes it. How about fish spice paste for Omlar? No, let's do that. That should be funnier. I would like it very much. Problem now though is that it looks like it may be over soon. I don't know what the score is at all. I think we're not winning. We are winning. Are we gonna win on score? Oh, hells to the yeah. Oh, the derps are our next best allies, the derps. Good, good, give in to your hate. Let's see, finish abjuration with stone skin, why not? So I didn't think we'd be winning, but we are! Oh, weird, okay, cool. Cast or move fear spell. Yeah, let's just do stone skin because I want my arcanist to be bad. What does it give us? Base combat strength for several turns. This is really good. I'm actually gonna really appreciate that because these guys can be quite flimsy and I'd rather have them a little stronger than they are currently. You can fly over. Let's see what we won. Elturel, hey there, friend. From Baldur's Gate. Where can we send you? Yeah, how does this work? Yeah, okay, that's pretty freaking cool, I gotta say. I love that. I need this mechanic in my, seriously, base Civ game with helicopters. Make it happen. Make it happen for Axis. I know you're totally watching this stream, or channel, or whatever the hell this embarrassing piece of the interwebs happens to be. Let's just keep going. Because we on the pain train to Doomtown. Oh, you guys fighting? Oh, you fighting. That's alright. Mulmaster is in awe of me! Excellent. Well, that's kind of good news, I guess. Iron Spur, what the hell are we going to do with you? Let's, it's just, I don't know. Debtor's Prison, what the hell? It makes people happy, I guess. How is that happiness increasing? I'm not sure. Let's do that, and maybe something else. Alright, cool, that works. Damn it! You do, okay, do that. Assassin, no, you're not going there. You're gonna stay here, and you're gonna be good. You're gonna like it. So there. Road. Road. Go here, and prosper. Sit there. Sit there. And Planetar. This was the best investment of a unit I've ever had, seriously. Killing your profit for this, totally worth it. Let's go. Can you beat the crap out of ships? I wonder if you could actually face punch ships. Now that I think about it, he can float over the water. It's possible, actually, now that I think about it. Should have explored that mechanic a little more. But, he may have a hard time doing this. That paladin's gonna take a whooping. What do you got here now? You've got the Rogue and Sir Keldorn. You need a trade route. Now you do. Look who wants a trade route now. Alright, what you doing? Why don't you fix that up? Why don't you... So we can start fixing up stuff down here that we pillaged to hell. But it's not gonna do us that much good. Given that there's not much time left. There's not much time. Let's go here and do that. Mouvement. Doucement. Let's go here and get the adamantine fixed. Nice. Of course they have market districts. Spell cost. What happened? How sometimes battle cleric has blessed sight. We can see how much we're gonna get killed. Diviner. You got diviners? Why would you bring diviners to a gunfight? Seriously. Just a bad idea. Gun, by gun I mean evocation or something, you know, with actual offensive capability, then like, I know what that item is! Thank you, divination. Very useful for adventuring, but not so good to fight. Oh, people are just, whoa! People are just spamming. People be spamming spells now. Look at this. Man, knucklehead. We get Inarlith. What do you want? You want people, don't you? Yeah, I will not sacrifice my people to you. Sorry. Try again. 1, 2, 3. I can't work any of these vermin. I'm so sad. My vermin are unworkable. Alright, you're done here. Worst vermin ever. Let's see. What do we do with you? Go here and set that up. Next. Still going. Are the numbers the same? Yeah. Luckily we got a couple wonders in some cities there. Otherwise we might not have been in a good enough position with time running to a close here. Though, honestly, if time didn't run out to a close, we would be pushing the whole Mistra usurpation thing pretty easily, I think. Limited problem. Firehouse! Do it. Yeah, okay, fine. You're growing fast enough now anyway. Yeah, do a village. I'd buy village. I'd buy village. You play Dominion, you understand what I'm talking about. No, go away. I'd buy village. Come on. There we go.
The world has been convulsed by war. Many great and powerful civilizations have fallen.
Okay.
You have survived.
I think
and
I
emerged
won.
Victorious. The world will long remember your glorious triumph.
Okay, so we won. Oddly enough, we won a score victory here. Not any of the conditions. We saw how to do the Mistra usurpation victory, and we know that good, evil, and neutral have their own special ways of doing it. We are on the way to evil. I think we would have had some good times had the ability. The Kalevala and the swimming. Why is there a Finnish stamp on here? I have no idea. Alright, well, yay, we won. Let's see, we are number 1 on pop. This is us? This is us. Number 1 on pop, number 1 on food, number 1 on production, number 1 on gold, number 1 on square kilometers of lands. The derps are actually better than us on soldiers. We were 4th, but not that far back. Approval, they were happier than us, but I'm cool with that. And we are most literate, so we have the most tech, which is weird, given the way tech works here, even a tech ranking. We are... Hey, they actually put names of people! Oh, that's so cool! I gotta see this. Bodhi, she sucks. What? That's gotta be a joke. But let's see, do I recognize any of these people? Recognize the halfling. Cerned, that sounds familiar. Anna and Delrin, this is from Baldur's Gate. Ares from Baldur's Gate. Dinahir, maybe from these are from 2 at least. Brandon, I'm not sure. Jahira, and she's a harper, oddly enough. We did that quest for the harpers, oddly enough. She was a, let's see, like himself was his own stamp of actual responsibility for it, makes it his own. We did okay. Jahira was a druid, I think, if I remember correctly. Valagar Korthala, the manhunter from Baldur's Gate 2 again. Imoen, the mage thief. Jan Janssen. I don't know. Minska, I wish I would be up here. I just need 400 more points. That's all right. Edwin, the Red Wizard of Thay. Well, if we played Thay, I'd be sad if we didn't hit Edwin. Viconia, the Drow. Drist, because Drow are good, I guess. And Elminster, because, well, Elminster. Favorite of Mister and all the crazy stuff. Anyway, good. Well, we got some good score there, and we did win, which is pretty cool. I didn't expect that, honestly. Can we take a look via map for a second? Let's see. No, let's play. How did this expand? Well, you settled... Did they get extra tiles to start? Hold the phone. Pause it. Yeah, it looks like Chode gets extra tiles when he settles. Interesting. Oh, wait for them next. We'll see. Anyway, we settled. A turn later, we waited a turn. See, expansion-wise, city-wise, how it went. Because growth, population, we were definitely not the fastest. Amn was the first to settle out, then Impiltur, then Derp, Chondath. It took us a little while to settle our second city because of the delay in production that we had. Once we got going, though, we really got going. Once we got this war took forever and nothing ever changed hands. But we did end up getting charters for our trouble. And that's really what catapulted us. Getting the charters from him in the peace settlement, that's what got us to where we were. Then we could drop 2 cities without the penalty while we had the charters in play. And the charters you actually don't need for cities, it turns out. Turns out I need charters for settlers, which is interesting. I didn't think that would be a mechanic, and I thought maybe we'd take penalties for that, but it was totally fine. And after that, stuff got real. Turns out it was much easier to take cities than I thought. Probably because there's nothing like oligarchy here, where the cities absolutely wreck everything, and with the bonuses you can get from the Ogrelons and from your siege engines, everyone got Starshell, it's so funny. You can actually take cities down pretty well, even cities at much higher strength than you. So we would have had an easy time chopping into Baldur's Gate. Looks like Baldur's Gate really didn't have a lot of settlements beside this one. They didn't expand at all until really late. He just had Baldur's Gate the whole time? That seems odd. Taking 2 more off but I gotta go back. I'm surprised. He was so strong. He probably has something special for, like, single city style. Because that was insane. Yeah, Derp expanded really hard. They expanded like we did, basically. They were strong, long way in. And he settled his 3rd city. Really? That's where he settled. Baldur's Gate, still just Baldur's Gate. Interesting. I don't know. He did settle. Aha. No, that's fine. No, just... And then here, and yeah. That, when we had 5 cities, Baldur's Gate had 2. Very high on tech. But that's about it. That's crazy that he never expanded. He was still that strong. He was really strong most of the game. They went up to 3, Om went up to 3, and Derp went up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, these were the only 2 competitively sized civs, us and Derp, and we were both at the top, so I'm not surprised. You know, I think we played that pretty well, given the whole situation, with a completely new scenario, completely new mechanics, new science, new everything. We kind of got a hang of it by the end there. We understood how magic worked, got to see how the spells were more useful, how the heroes started coming into their own, got, you know, lots of buildings ready in the cities if need be. We saw how the levels worked there, and we figured out how to take cities. That was the biggest thing, because our initial forays with our Goblin Army of Doom did not go so hot. But in this particular scenario, it feels like the old Civ strategy of just whatever you do, stay the hell out of city bombardment range didn't really apply as much. You can get into city bombardment range and not get wrecked as long as you have comparably strong units. So I think that was really good, and I gotta say Mr. Planetar came in so handy. I may honestly staff a Blessed Priest in whatever we were getting that from, one of the Wonder buildings, because getting a Planetar early, 28 strength, 3 movement while flying, and healing spells, that's just insanely good, and you saw how it steamrolled everything. Our assassin was doing good work too, and so was our Lich King. Not as strong as I like, because he's an arcane type, so I couldn't really use him as well as I would like. I probably would have liked a hero that's more like a ranger or rogue type, where you have, I think, a ranged attack that doesn't require you to set up beforehand. I think that's one thing I didn't like about the Witch King. Everything else is pretty badass. What do I think about the mod? Well, I mean, the nostalgia is like up to 11. It's huge. I mean, seeing all the references to obviously the Baldur's Gate games you saw on the ranking there, and a couple, you know, characters in the game at least. And also, you know, just the whole Forgotten Realms, D&D lore, and you know, nostalgia, memories, and all the cool stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm overly partial to that, but I really enjoyed that part of it. It really brought back a lot of cool things that I had done as I was younger. And, you know, balance-wise, looks like the fights are pretty easy once you have a comparably strong army. I mean, we were just absolutely steamrolling. Maybe because we got really advanced on tech. It's possible. I don't have a good feel for the tech levels here, so maybe I'm overstretching that. But it felt like the fights were pretty easy comparatively, and we managed to settle out for Sarshal in a time when I didn't think we'd actually be able to settle out for Sarshal. So, you know, maybe that needs some tweaking. It could be a little harder from the combat standpoint, though once you figure out how to take cities, obviously that helps out. What else, really? I think, like I said, and I'm going to stick to my guns here, I kind of have to, I think there's just too many damn buildings. I mean, there's a lot, and there's something to be said for options in production, but by the end there, you saw, we were just, like, queuing stuff up, because, like, oh, another one gives weave. Okay, let's get more weave, get more weave, get more weave, get more faith. Yeah, let's build all the faith buildings. And it's just I don't know. Maybe that's the style, and you have to not build so much military, because basically, basic Civ kind of devolves into just spamming more military toward the end. If you have nothing better to build. Here it was kind of buildings. We had enough military. Let's just build the rest of the buildings. We didn't get through it. I mean, you saw how many buildings I was building everywhere, and we couldn't even get through them because there's so damn many. So I think you can condense a couple there, not like 4 tiers worth, like the gallows, the whatever. Like there's 4 tiers. That's a good example because it's pretty obvious. The gallows, the bailiwick, and the debtor's prison, right? You can maybe get 1 or 2 of those. And I understand Civ works on that tier system too. It just felt like there was a little too much. I think you reduce it by maybe 20%, if that, and I think you'll have a much more balanced experience. You're not just me drowning. So it felt like I used a lot of time looking through the build queue, saying, you know, what am I going to build here? Because there were just so many choices, and there's so many things to learn, especially picking up the mod for the first time. Like, you don't even know what any of this does. But yeah, but beyond that, I mean, I think they did a hell of a job with this. I mean, all the new luxuries and the way they rebalanced them, because you can produce luxuries in your castle, like the fish paste and the gems and the dyes. Like, that's pretty cool that it's not something that's found on the map. You can actually build up for luxury for happiness, which is really, really neat. I think happiness is a problem, but then I was taking the wrong divine beliefs, so apparently we just got to look a little more careful. And that's my lack of experience with the mod talking right there. And I think we could have mitigated that a lot better. What else do I like? I like the fact that there's a little limitation on settling. The charter system is interesting. It was an interesting choice, but I think it's a good one, especially for something like this. It lets the game kind of move through an expansion phase before everyone just steamrolls you. I don't think there's going to be many turn 1 annihilations of the enemy. You know, like, sometimes in Civ, you get, like, Attila getting a battering ram, just sends it against somebody, and that's game over for Arabia. It always happens in my games. Harun al-Rashid got whooped by Attila all the time, and I'm not sure why. And then, you know, looking at our gameplay, like, what would we focused on more, I think? The number of stuff and the number of important buildings you can buy with cash, because the actual purchase costs are really cheap if you get, like, the gallows and the other stuff. So, you know, gold is probably worth more than it was in base Civ, and production probably worth a little bit less. But again, this is the first go. Maybe it's the Civ we were playing, and it ended up being useful that way. I think Weave is huge. There's a lot of really good magical policies that I probably should have focused on Weave a little harder earlier. Also would have expanded the borders, gotten us those important tiles early. I do really like the idea that a lot of the policy feeling things, because the Weave has got some spells, obviously, which are awesome. I mean, the Acid Cloud, the Fireball. If there were animations, I'd be just, like, gushing over this, but I understand that's really hard to program. But the fact there are spells, but there's also a lot of really cool Empire enhancements you can get out of the Weave tree, basically, that are really neat, and it's kind of a hybrid between policies and actual functional things. And the Divine Favor thing also, lots of Empire-related items that you can do, and that's more really like your policies, and you pick an ideology early, and that's really mostly the policy tree you fill out. So I like that kind of dichotomy. I probably would have pushed Weave earlier to get some of the neater spells and also some of the benefits overall. When we found that Mordenkainen's Mansion, that was a big boost for us. But I think both Weave and Divine Favor need to be focused on more, and the basic stuff focused on a little less in this particular scenario. It seems like those are both very, very important, and since basically your production and the amount of charters you get and stuff are controlled kind of by Divine Favor and growth, it's huge to get those in there early. So yeah, build faith stuff. And by the way, you know, Planetars, goddamn, that was cool. So I guess that's pretty much my off-the-cuff analysis. If you want to hear me talk about this more, I mean, you probably don't. So I'm going to end that part here. But if you're curious, yeah, send me in the comments. Let me know what you thought could have been done better or worse, or what you liked about the mod, what you didn't. And most importantly, let me know if you want to see more of Faerun. I mean, I had a blast doing this. It's a very, very different system. It's always fun learning a new system and figuring out what works and what doesn't. It's part of the joy of playing mods, honestly, especially a total conversion like this. So let me know what y'all thought, and if you want to see a follow-up Faerun series when we finish our next series. By this point, you've had a preview already of what's coming. I hope you're going to be excited about that. But as always, thank you so much for your viewership, your subscribership. Every time I finish one of these, I want to take some time and thank you all for subscribing and telling me how much fun you're having with the channel and the stuff that you're not liking as much, so I can tweak that, vice versa. Really, your feedback and stuff is what makes this go and what makes me want to keep doing this stuff. So again, thank you so much, and I will see you all next time in the wonderful world of Civ with who knows what we're going to cook up. But until that time, I've been Urs. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all then. Till then!